Anxiety often feels like a warning signal that says, stay away. Stay away from crowds. Stay away from uncomfortable conversations. Stay away from places, sensations, or situations that feel overwhelming. That response can bring short-term relief, but it often makes anxiety stronger over time. The more a person avoids what feels scary, the more the brain learns that the fear must be dangerous. Life can slowly become smaller, more restricted, and harder to manage. Exposure therapy is designed to break that cycle. It is an evidence-based treatment that helps people face fears in a gradual, structured, and supportive way. The goal is not to force distress. The goal is to reduce anxiety by replacing avoidance with practice. In simple terms, exposure therapy teaches the brain a new lesson. A feared situation can feel uncomfortable without being unsafe. Anxiety can rise, peak, and come down without taking control. And most important, confidence can grow through action. This approach is often used for social anxiety, panic symptoms, phobias, obsessive-compulsive symptoms, and other anxiety-related concerns. Each plan is tailored to the person, the trigger, and the pace that supports real progress. Here is how it usually works. A therapist first helps identify what is being avoided and what keeps the fear going. Then a step-by-step plan is created. This is often called an exposure ladder. An exposure ladder starts with smaller challenges and builds toward harder ones. For example, someone with social anxiety might begin by asking a store employee a simple question. Later steps might include making a phone call, joining a group conversation, or speaking up in a meeting. A person with panic symptoms may practice staying present with a racing heartbeat instead of escaping the situation. A person with contamination fears may work on touching a shared surface and delaying the urge to wash immediately. A person with a phobia may gradually get closer to the feared object or situation over time. The process is structured because pacing matters. If the steps are too easy, progress may stall. If the steps are too intense, the work may feel overwhelming. Good exposure therapy aims for a challenge that is meaningful but manageable. One important part of this treatment is reducing safety behaviors. These are habits people use to feel temporarily safer, such as leaving early, checking repeatedly, sitting near exits, rehearsing conversations too much, or asking for constant reassurance. Those habits make sense in the moment, but they can keep anxiety alive. They teach the brain that safety came from escape or control, instead of learning that discomfort can be handled. Exposure therapy helps change that message. With practice, people often learn 3 powerful things. The feared outcome may not happen, anxiety is more tolerable than expected, and daily life does not have to be organized around fear. In a city like Chicago, anxiety can show up in very practical ways. Crowded sidewalks, elevators, public transit, work events, traffic, medical appointments, and social settings can all become part of an avoidance pattern. That is why treatment often works best when it connects directly to real daily life. Exposure therapy is not about becoming fearless. It is about becoming more flexible. It helps people move forward even when anxiety shows up, instead of letting anxiety make every decision. Progress does not always look like feeling calm right away. Sometimes progress looks like staying in the situation a little longer, making the call instead of postponing it, taking the train instead of avoiding it, going to the event and staying present. Over time, those repeated actions can help life feel bigger again. Work, relationships, routines, and goals become easier to access when avoidance no longer runs the day. For support with anxiety treatment and exposure-based therapy in Chicago, contact River North Counseling Group, LLC 405, North Wabash Avenue, Suite 3209, Chicago, Illinois, 60611. Office 312-467-0000, rivernorthcounseling.com.